In this video, we are going to learn about how to create a direct purchase order. So what is purchase order? In ERP, it's a formal document generated within the system which authorizes a purchase transaction between a buyer and a supplier, and it ensures a control, traceability and accuracy in a procurement process. And it's been requesting the supply of specific goods or service under defined term such as your quantity, price, delivery date and payment condition, where it's been legally bind both supplier and your buyer once accepted. So this term to be as your purchase order. This slide consists of bicycle. So here it consists of different assemblies, that's a seat assembly, frame assembly, handlebar assembly, brake assembly, accessories, a front wheel assembly, drivetrain assembly and rear wheel assembly. So here we are going to raise a purchase order on your front wheel assembly for its material. So this front wheel assembly consists of different materials, that of rims, spokes, hub and frame, tube and tire. So in this particularly you are going to pick up this tire for which the purchase order has been going to take place. So now in order of that, there's a corresponding detail which you're going to give an entry of it, that's of your quantity and your unit cost for the item, that's of tire. And this slide consists of your workflow approval for your purchase order. So here it consists of two processes. One is of reviewing the document, another is of approving the document. As a first and foremost, after giving the entry by the user, the corresponding document will be moving forward for review to a supervisor, who's a Kaushik here. So after his review, the document will be moving for approval to Vimal, who acts as a manager here. So this is how the workflow is going to be. So in order to create a direct purchase order, let's move on to our login page. So this is our login page, and here we're going to enter as a user. Now click on login. So here click on this purchase. At transaction, you have your purchase order. So this is a screen of your purchase order where you can create it, and where the created documents can be filtered off either by header wise or through line wise by giving a search over it. And when you click on this yellow icon, a pending documents will be folded up where you can create it from pending. And when you click on this add icon, this is of direct. So that's what you're going to do it now. In order of that, let's click on this add icon. Now click on this PO. Let's create PO. So here you have your location ID where you'll be selecting the location, and so the unit will be getting along with it. And it consists of PO type, that's your purchase order general, purchase order material, services, stock transfer. So general, it's a broad category of PO, not restricted to a specific item type, and it's been used to routine a purchase that don't fall strictly under material, service or stock transfer. When it's of your material PO, it's specifically used for the procurement of raw materials, consumables or finished goods, and it includes the details like your material code, descriptions, unit of measures, quantity and delivery schedule. When you move on to the services, it's been used for acquiring intangible service rather than your physical goods. Then you have a stock transfer. It's been used for transferring goods from one plant or location to the warehouse of the company to another. So now in order of that, let's click on this PO general, and then we have the PO prefix, which may vary according to the type you are preferring. Then comes your purchase order date where you can select the date, and then you have a supplier name. So here I have selected my supplier name, and so currency will be getting fetched off from it. Then you have the buyer where it's been configured off, and so the source, that's of your direct PO. So here we have a PO that's with reference. So as of now, we'll be clicking on this direct PO. So after giving all such entries, you'll be clicking on this tick icon, that's of creation to a PO form. And so document has been viewed up here. And so in addition, we have our PO number, which has been generated automatically, followed by your exchange rate. So exchange rate refers to the agreed method or standard used to determine the exchange rate between the two currencies in a transaction. So exchange rate basis consists of two. One is of spot rate, another is of forward cover. When it's of spot rate, a rate at current moment of transaction. Forward cover term to be a pre-agreed rate for your future transactions, often used to hedge against your exchange rate. Then you have your buyer. Then comes a payment term. It refers to the condition under which the buyer is expected to pay seller for goods or services. And you have Incoterm, that's international commercial term or set of internationally recognized standard rate or term used in international contracts for sale of goods. And these terms define the responsibilities of buyers and sellers, especially in terms of cost and logistics of shipping goods. And shipped through whether by road or by air or through sea. And you have a CPC code, that's cost and profiting center from your LOV. Then followed by your purchase amount, tax amount, purchase order net amount will be getting calculated automatically after giving up the entry. And so the status is of draft. When the document is at process, it's of draft. When it's being forwarded for review, it will be termed to entry completed. And when it's been approved by the approver, it will be changed to approved. And in order of that, at line, let's include the details of a corresponding item. For that, we have clicked on this add icon. I'm giving the item. So the item that I have chosen is of tire and ordered quantity is of 1. Unit cost, I'm giving it as 300. So based on your ordered quantity and unit cost, line amount will get generated. And so I have given the ordered quantity as 1, unit cost as 300. So based on ordered quantity and unit cost, line amount has been generated, then followed by a HSN and SAC code. And then comes your HSN and SAC code. HSN is a harmonized system of nomenclature which has been used for your goods. And SAC is your service accounting code that's been used for your services. Then comes your tax percentage. So rate of tax applied on the assessable value of good or service. Then we have our IGST amount. So it's of integrated good and service. Then comes your CGST amount, that's your central good and service tax, followed by SGST, that's of state goods and service tax. UTGST, that's of union territory goods and services. Then followed by your cess percentage and your cess rate, cess amount, and so on. And here we have our required date and promised date. Whereas required date is the date on which the buyer needs the material to be delivered of. When it's of your promised date, it's the delivery date confirmed by the supplier after receiving your purchase order. So after giving save, the following details has been getting displayed of, that of your warehouse department name, CPC codes, and then comes your GL account, that's your general ledger account, and those icons. So which holds your purchase order and GRN details, sale order, project allocations, details, action. So this icon that's of red, it when you click on this red icon, the line will be getting deleted off, which you do not want to proceed it further. In order to attach any folders, you can click on this attachment so that it will be getting included on it. So after giving the entry over here it consists of your purchase amount. Then comes your tax amount where it's been added off. And so your purchase order net amount, the addition of your purchase amount and your tax amount. So after giving all such details, you will be clicking on this tick icon that's of save, where it will be getting updated off. Now let's click on this post icon. So now this corresponding document will be moving forward for review to Kaushik, who is our supervisor. In order of that, let's click on OK. So document has been forwarded now. Let's enter as Kaushik, that's our supervisor. Now click on login. Now click on this bell icon, go to approvals. So here document has been folded up and waiting to take up the action. In order of that, click on this detail icon. So document has been viewed up here where you can have a review of it. And if you see the status over here, it's been changed from draft to entry completed. Now let's click on this approve. Now this document will be getting forwarded for approval to Vimal. It's of our manager. Now let's log in as our manager. Now click on login. Click on this bell icon, go to approvals. So click on this detail icon. And so there is a corresponding document which has been forwarded from our supervisor after reviewing it for approval. Now in order to approve, click on this approve. Action to be taken off is a approve. Let's look up the status of our purchase order. So in order of that, you're searching by giving a purchase order document number. Let's view the document by clicking on it. So document has been viewed up here. So if you look at the status here, it's been transformed from draft entry completed to approved now. So when you click on this location details, it consists of your ship from, bill from, and bill to, ship to addresses respectively. Then in order to generate a report, you'll be clicking on this print icon. And so this is how the report gets generated when you click on that print icon. So here we have the details of your supply name and address and bill to, ship to address, and followed by the item and its item descriptions, HSN and SAC code, quantity, unit cost, where it also consists of your tax amount, total amount in words. And it holds up your net purchase, CGST amount, and so the total amount, which includes up a tax, which includes up your tax, then followed by HSN details as well. And that below it consists of your prepared by, checked by, and approved by persons. So this is how you'll be generating a report for your purchase order. And when you click on this workflow log, so it refers to the complete record of actions, approvals, rejections, comments, and status changes that have occurred on a document or transaction. So this history shows who did what, when, and what decision was taken. So this is how you will be creating a purchase order of direct. Thank you for watching.